Okay, yo, we back. We are active now. All right. And now ako adjust pa miss ko miss. There you go. Per. Okay, so beautiful people. I know y'all missed this voice, but guess what? I am back on your airwaves. So let's vibe out to it. All right, so babies, we got a special guest in the building with us today. And I have a feeling this is not gonna be the last time y'all gonna see her up in the building here with us, okay? So y'all, from our new friends of Departamento de Cultura, Aruba, we got none other than the one, the only, Lisha!
Hi!
Hello, baby girl! How is you?
Fine, thank you. How about you?
I am always great.
That's
you know how it goes.
amazing, yes.
Okay, so excited to have you on the show for the first time.
So am I.
Yeah, man. We got an interesting conversation that we are going to be having for today. Okay, so we're going to be talking about database and the collection of data in general. Like, I think this is something I think we've noticed that we've needed, pero in the whole conversation, I just feel like we did not, or we just don't have in general. So
Yeah.
let's have it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so before we start, Lisha, please give a little introduction, tipo mías, la katunin sa amin eh, kimota, what you're about, and then we go in.
Yes. So my name is Lisha Proveyer. I'm back on the island for 1.5 years already.
Okay.
Almost 2. That's crazy. Time flies.
It does. It does.
I've studied for 6 years in the Netherlands. I did a Bachelor of Science in Leisure Studies and then a Research Master in Behavioral Sciences. And then I said, I want to come back to my island. So I found the vacature at Departamento de Cultura as a research leader. And because of the research background, I was like, yes, let's do this. Culture, it's very broad. It's dynamic. It shapes the human being. I did similar topics for my research master in behavioral sciences. So I was like, yes, I can see the connection. I can see the contribution as well for the island. So let's go on that journey. And here I am.
Here we are now. Here we are now. So what is it about culture that drives you so much? Like,
Well, I think the aspect of culture that many people oversee, which is like how our cultural context like shapes us as human beings. Many people are not aware of how much our environment shapes who we are. And I think that is the main thing that's my main interest. But once I started to look more into culture, explore, research, document, etc., I was like, whoa, there's so much more to it. And seeing how everything's connected to one another and two things can coexist and the complexity of it, that is so nice.
it is crazy. And I feel like you feel better about yourself once you know who you are, where you came from, what you're about, what are things that your people fought for, what are things that your people are or we're always proud about that now we probably just look at like, oh no, chapo, vergüenza. And it's like, no, that thing was pride. And then you look at I feel like once you travel, I always say this, once you travel, you start realizing how important culture is once you see other people embrace theirs.
Yes.
And the pride that they take in it. You know, if you go to Africa, you see them just really being all about their tribes and what, you know, the chants and everything else. And then you're like, I am very much disconnected from my own. Like,
definitely.
What tribe do I belong to, you know?
Yes.
So,
and that can be different for every person. So that's also, if I look at my upbringing, my father's Cuban, my mom's Dutch. I was born and raised in Aruba. Yeah, so
the mix.
Yes. It's and my grandmother from my mother's side is Indonesian. So that's also another element.
Use a whole mix, baby.
Yes.
Use a mixed fried rice.
Of course. And from home, for example, my father cooks. So I have a lot of the Cuban culinary with me. But my mom is the one that raised me with a very open mentality, really fostering like agency and fostering like self-development at home. So that also shapes who I am.
Yes, for sure. That is so great. I mean, I wish everybody could have these type of experiences. So let's dig into the data. So when did y'all start with this data collection? Why did we start? Let's start off with the why. I feel like the most important.
Well, it started when I started to work
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm a research leader, and luckily I have a lot of work freedom to fill in my tasks at work. And then I was like, okay, where do I start? So I started just looking and reading into everything we already have documented. And then my director was like, yeah, you should start doing research on these topics, because these are topics we identified that are very important. And I was like, yeah, great. Then I was like, what do we already know about this? And he was like, well, you can go look into our library. And I was like, okay. So when I looked in the library,
How
I
did
was
that
like,
work?
we have so much, but where do I find what? Is
Yeah.
it structured? Is this accessible online? Do people know about this? I've been hearing on the streets that some more people have been doing research. So I was like, okay, but if that person is already documenting Kahadi Orgel, why should I
Why
document
would you start now? Yeah.
Kahi Orgel if we can just share the data and have it accessible for everyone? So let's work efficiently. And to be able to work efficiently, I was like, okay, we need to start with making an inventory, having an idea of, okay, what is already documented? What do we know? And if I would like to document Weganandi Antes, where do I even go? Who has knowledge about Weganandi Antes? So, and then I was like, okay, there are a lot of sessions, a lot of conferences and meetings with everyone. And I was hearing what the creatives and in the cultural field, what everyone was saying. And everyone's like exhausted. Everyone has this bad image of the government. And they're like,
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, where do I start? So then I was like, you know what? Let's start with a database where we just structure everything we know about the field. And then that slowly the ball started rolling. I started asking other islands as well. How do you guys structure your
nice.
data? Then with UNESCO, with global frameworks, how do they do it? In Colombia, how do they do it in not even that far? So in Antigua and Barbuda, how do they do it in Barbados? So there are many islands that also struggle with this and also work towards this. So attending all these online meetings, etc., helped me then say, okay, I think this is the way
This
to
is the
go.
direction. Yes. Yeah.
That's
That's great. That is super dope, though.
yes.
The fact that and this is what I be saying, like how proud we should be of our people in general, because the fact that you're a woman doing all these type of things, like just a local island girl, and look at all that you've accomplished already with just so little time. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
crazy. You should be proud of yourself. If nobody told you that they're proud of you, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am very proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Because that is real. It's genius. And I've been saying this, like, I think on No Filter we had this conversation. I was like, it's frustrating because if like kids want to learn stuff, like I'm very detached from our culture. I did not grow up very cultured at all. Aruban culture was not something that we got in school. So we learned history was, hey, Christopher Columbus. What do I need to know with this man? Pero then just 8 de Marzo, bota grande woki, bota no hotel, tourism to putra. Okay, what is just 8? I'm like, heck, I know. Like I don't even know. Do not ask me, you know. Pero then it's like, okay, what do we really know about our history? Like, how much are we allowed to ask about our history? Where do we go for this? Where do kids, if kids have like a project, where do they go? Who do they start with? I'm not eating data di algo. No, pero eating otro data di otra cosa. No, pero basica epa eating nanting data di. Who just has one central place I could just go and just get all data, like Aruba data code in general?
Yes, and there you mentioned something very important: centralization. Centralizar información, centralizar data din su totalidad. And many people might also think like, but some people know, for example, we have Colección.awe. Colección.awe.
I've never heard of this. You see,
Yes,
like,
exactly.
bring me into this. What is this? Go ahead.
Colección.awe is a digital archive. So every documentation that we have, and it is digital, we upload it in Colección.awe. And if you just literally Google Colección and Colección, you write it COLECCIEON.awe. You can search terms and find all documents current ng ku ta mencionar, por ejemplo, e bandera. you might find about 2,000 items though. So you might get lost in all that looking for information. But it is out there. We just don't know about it. And next to collection, papiamento.away. Do you know papiamento.away?
No, I'm sorry.
Papiamento.away.
What's on that?
All the papiamento words. So for example, collection, if you don't know how to write collection, you just start C-O-L and then you see, oh, that's how you write
So
collection.
it's like a dictionary.
It's like a dictionary, but it does not have the explanation of the
Okay,
words.
so you just know the word that you're looking for, and then
Yes.
ere basicamente basi sa kiafabo.
Yes, pero-
At the napapiamento di Aruba.
Correcto.
Okay.
Away.
Okay,
Aruba.
okay. Let's just make sure, guys.
Yes. Tambe, riba papiamento tataway, pihende prohanya, buki ng pamucha, palesa na papiamento, buki ng pa-adulto na papiamento, historia di papiamento, gramatica, the rules of papiamento and how you write it and the words and history is all on there.
That's crazy.
Yes.
You see, I did not know this.
Exactly.
I did not know this.
So yesterday we were having a conversation as well that we often point our fingers at people like, oh, you're uneducated in culture or you should know more. But if an individual is not aware of the existence of these platforms, how do you want the individual to learn?
Yeah.
And if teachers don't know that these platforms exist, how do you want them to educate culture? So there's a information gap, and that is logical because of how technology has developed. We have so many social media platforms, so many information platforms. No one can follow all these accounts.
Okay, Alicia, listen. So I'm a solution-based type of gal.
Yeah.
So how do we fix this? Okay, because I feel like we've already identified what the problem is. We understand that we were lacking data. We were lacking knowledge that of data is available. So like, you can't say there's no data. The data is there. You just didn't know that it's there. So now that we know, how do we continue to inform people? How do we what do we do now?
Yes. So what is happening right now is we're working on that database to make it accessible for everyone. So that everyone knows, okay, mita subicultura.away, anto inang mita get linked to collection.away, linked to papiamento, linked to un gallery that has arts, linked to projects ng schools, whatever. So centralize that and make it accessible. Obviously, promote it, more promotion.
No, for sure.
To facilitate the existence and also it's easier to promote one page that has all these other pages linked to it than to have to promote 20 different pages. So hopefully in that way, by centralizing all the information of culture on this platform, more people taskucha DJ, more people make use of it, antayora e bala to gumisalora.
Okay, so this is me just like poking the bear right now, and just like creative ideas just popping up. So what if a way we could help, get the knowledge out there is if we do like school charlas where we give teachers like assignments that the kids have to use this website and like saka un proyecto erover. And maybe nampur hasido yung grupo ng D4, however they choose to. Pero pasaki ko, Gisku wak ina mesisaka fo ando maybe departamento de cultura por hasi algo back this way sa school ko hasi the better research or I don't know, but just make it something island wide cool. We're just getting everybody involved anto pasora bopuntra nos adulto ng bosati nang guys respectfully bosa sa bongbong bos pariburi ko kabrita timbiaha. Okay, so bangko misaka sunong ko actually enjoy this and to actually lobay and to sometimes the kids are the real influencers, respectfully. Yes. Okay.
Yes, and there are some challenges with that as well.
Okay.
It's not something we haven't explored.
Okay.
We're currently also doing a research on culture and arts education. And we're going into the field and exploring, okay, kiko eskol ng sita hasi. Paso botawaku skol ng tatrahafli. Botawaku skol ng awot siya papiamento. Botawaku skol ng taparticipar ding arte di palabra. There are a lot of things that schools do, but we don't have that documented, which school does what and what do they need. And the first challenge is you approach schoolbesturen because you technically you can't formally approach a school direct.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
They have schoolbesturen to represent them.
Okay, like SCOA and them.
Yes.
Okay,
so
okay, okay,
SCOA,
okay,
DPS, and there are a bunch of more. But those SCOA and DPS are the
Okay,
biggest ones.
okay.
So that's step one. Then via SCOA and DPS, they send emails to the schools to inform them, hey, this Departamento de Cultura is reaching out to participate in this research, la 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 la. Great. Then the schools need to answer. And that's a whole other challenge before the school answers.
What? Okay, first of all, I don't even feel like all of this should be Departamento de Cultura's job. Because how do you mean, like, teaching people of their own island should be a hassle? No, this should be the easiest. It should be like a no-brainer. It should be like, okay, bang cambia geschiedenis su ilas uur? Pone pa just 5 minutes?
You would be
Pasia di
surprised.
Christopher Columbus and to erase the ilas uur ta.
You would be surprised. Pasobra,
No.
we have, but this
Aruba
has-
ta echt anti-Aruba. Like,
Right?
it's crazy.
But again, why?
That's, I wanna know.
You know why?
I don't.
Well, there are different layers.
Okay.
One of them, a lot of people go curriculum. So, nos not in curriculum pa kunst en cultuur educatie. Fine. We need to develop curriculum. But we're mara na a Dutch educational system. So, technically, if we don't follow the rules, kunos kolonisador ng abuta pa nos no tem un diploma kuta bal e diploma que tinha wo. So, within the system, you need to find ways to outsmart the system. Many teachers want, and you have then different things. Some teachers want to, and there are a lot of teachers that do a lot
sorry.
about culture.
This is not your job. Pero
No,
I'm
but-
sorry. I don't think it's that conversation needs to go that
Yeah.
long. Porque what are we actually talking about? Like if it was back in the days, like bosa un 25 años pasado, pisabo, bosa comprendible. Aruba, shut up at the sinte nang. Ta 2026, but the amin no po right pa kulando ng back and of this should have been happened actually. This Saludos po to the Minister ng Edukasyon, y'all been failing. Pero how do you not have this conversation, be like, hey, listen, this needs to change. It's a no-brainer. Like, it just needs to change.
Yes. And it's much more complex than we think from top down.
I believe so.
But there is space from bottom up. Because every teacher in their classroom has freedom to teach the way they want. So si Ami Carduna rekenenles. I can go, zijn 3 schapen kutapasa,
Yeah.
pero mi pag go tin 3 cabrito y 2 kadushi. Si bokita, you know, you can be creative in how you teach.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think that the change will come much faster from that perspective, bottom up, than up down. Because and to facilitate the change bottom up, you need to facilitate these teachers with the knowledge and information and data that can facilitate them to use that within their class.
But if the information is not even getting to them because
Exactly.
nang notabase ta contestando, hof nang,
Exactly.
hello, contestar Departamento de Cultura nang the base of the email. Bampe.
Yes. But I must say I am pleasantly surprised of how much the eskwel nang. So I think I want to start like about, we have kleuter, basis and secundair in total about 48 schools na Aruba.
Okay, that's good. That's real good.
Sí. Anto,
What a data girl. ¿Cuántas escuelas Aruba in general?
well, I think it's 48 total, no?
Aruba in general. ¿Cuántas
Sí,
escuelas Aruba ting?
48.
Okay.
Sí.
¿Y
sí.
vos ting tour?
No, dia 48, nos ting awo about 30 schools that are participating.
Oh,
in
that's
this
hella
research.
good.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
La Costami, shout out to my stagiários de Universidade de Aruba, who yama, pwede kang sa escola sa gabi.
Yes.
Sorry, escola ng preta.
No
Kopi
sorry.
importante.
Not sorry. Not sorry.
Pero Bosa haya survey.
Yep.
Bosa alogra velen.
Keep them girls, whoever na
Yes,
dabo. Keep them.
yes.
Yeah. Esse nos mister.
Yes.
Mas
It takes
DCA.
some effort, but definitely worth it.
It is.
Yes.
It is. Like,
Yes.
listen, again, your culture shapes you. Where you're from, your geographic location, everything shapes you so much. It is such a huge part of you and your identity. Anto, menos bosa, mas out of place buta sinti. Anto, mas bosa, buta mane, okay, mita echt apreciar mi casa. Like, mita echt apreciar mi naturaleza. Mita echt. Hasta ubabay boneiro, the way that they fight for, laga turcos verde que da verde. Like, you're not chopping down not
Yes.
one tree kibanda.
Yes.
I respect that. You're not having no jet skis over here. Shout out to all the jet skis, guys. I'm not saying cancel what's up, but I'm just saying. They are naturaleza prome.
Yes.
And you feel it.
E naturaleza também é parte de cultura. Hopi gente nota mane perceive that, pero that sunset you see that makes you feel like home, and that breeze, e mata di watapana, e mati kuihi, all of that, it makes you feel home. And of that hike in Arikok, just dalong ka na de naturaleza, apreciar naturaleza. Tá consciente também que, hey, corriendo ribabaw, com gasolina, lagando mi air condicionado interdia, lage luz encendida interdia, tá influenciar e naturaleza aqui.
Yeah. Things to think about. Food for thought, guys. Food for
yes.
thought. All right, so Lish, any other thing you want to add on?
Yes.
Yeah, let's get it.
See, so basically, nos we're working on this database to make it accessible. And upcoming Saturday, we have...
Let's talk about
encuentro na papiamento, onde ku nos está invitar toeris nang ding veld pa llega. Pueblo es nang interesa pa haya sa di cultura, es nang ku tin conocimiento, like mi abuela sa compa funchi afdunami receta di funchi, llega. But sobre all that information is important for this database. And we have it in different sections. I can explain a bit more about that later. Pero it's un encuentro pa really gather more information. So obviously we have a lot of information.
Yeah.
Pero we need to fill bay. We need to update the information. Are there other things out there that we don't know of? You know, things like that. So therefore, we are organizing an event where we're inviting everyone to join and hopefully share and let us know what else you need.
Listen, it's data collection, people. Kiman, your knowledge is key. So come share some, come get some, however you choose to. Okay, pero this information is here. Nos no por queja después, kun nos no sa of nos noting. There's no excuses, guys. Okay, so if you want to be part of the change, you have to be part of the change. Okay, man. Bang Pay Manson. Sign up. Llega dia 3 de Juni. Ya sabra wo. Right here. Y'all can see that. So do not play. Do not play, y'all. Pop up, show up. Lisha gonna be right there taking down all the data with the whole team. The whole team Kubo,
Yes,
correcto?
of
Okay,
course.
yeah. It's not gonna be a one girl show. Okay.
Nope.
All right. So Lish, any other thing you want to add on before we close out?
Well, basically, check out the specific sessions. Paso nos ingerencia cultural y natural, nos arte de tarima, música, arte visual, which are often the go-tos, but also prensa y literatura,
Ooh.
which is more poetry, spoken word, etc., writing, but also locutor nang.
Yeah.
And we have audiovisual, film, and creative design. So tambe influencers nang, creators nang pa social media, etc. Feel free to join.
Perfecto. Y'all heard it here. Don't act like y'all know we never told y'all nada. All right? The information is here. Sign. Mention just llega dia 3 de Juni. Okay? There's no excuses. The 13th is going down. Where are we doing this?
JFK Educational Center, riba Instagram di Departamento de Cultura por haya kung payega. Ayera tara kabisami ta funus per tocht, pero I mean, Technically, pero tem hints riba social media.
It is what it is.
Event page on Facebook, database cultural. All the information is there. Registration link. Panosa quanto hene akverdobing. Anto. Yes, bodo mas ko bomini.
Perfect. All right, guys. Masha, thank you. Alicia, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hopefully it's not the last time we're gonna have you on the show.
Definitely not.
Because we're gonna need some updates with what is going on. Okay, so we definitely need a post event so we can understand, like, okay, what happened, where are we now with the data, and where we about to go next.
Yes.
All right.